DWAC has faced an interesting couple of days of price action, you guys, signaling a potential large amount of anxiety for the trade, you guys. So, why did the price action actually stop where it did today? Why did it close where it did today? Well, there are some technicals that I'd like to go over you for the coming sessions, you guys. Let's go ahead and find out right now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. This is ARCa coming at you with a DWAC statistical and technicals update. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community, ARCab, in Discord. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts, you guys. Okay, so we're looking at DWAC in the 8-hour chart right over here, you guys, and you can see that we have made some bullish price action, you guys. So there is a reason why we faced today's high, you guys. This high right over here of this candle, which you can see in the metrics right up here, is 2543, you guys. So that 2543 is, let me just go ahead and draw a trend line right there so you guys can see the importance of the trade, so, or the technicals, right? And you can see that between the 0.5 fib at 2503 and this area is a resistance range. So let's draw a box now from the 0.5 to the to that candle high, right? And you can see that we have now closed this gap. We had actually a gap between here. Yeah, actually, the gap was actually between right here and right at this candle. So the high of the wick high of this candle and the wick low of this candle was our gap to be closed, you guys. So now you can see that the candle went up and closed the gap and came back down and found support at the 0.5. This is the range that it gave us, and this is the range that we're using as a resistance and support, you guys. So it's very important to notice these things before we do enter a trade. These are just technical levels, you guys. The Fibonacci retracement is actually it's actually a set of rules that are actually used in natural sciences and arts, you guys. This the 618 mean is very, very important for us to look at, and its inverse ones as well. The 1 spot 618, the 2 spot, the 3, and the 4 spot 618, you guys. All of them very important for us to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. So let's get a bias in direction for the next trading session, as we have one more before the formal presidential announcement on Tuesday, you guys. This is very important for us to keep in mind. Full transparency, you guys, before I say it, I am not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do show and say within these videos as a form of entertainment. I can't actually suggest for you to buy or sell any assets. Please, I need you to do your own DD and we'll be okay, right, you guys? Okay, so now I am not long this stock just yet, you guys, because I'm pensive about doing live shares or playing the option strategy within this, you guys. We'll see. But so let's go ahead and look at the RSI in the immediate short-term time frame, you guys. We can do, well, let's start off with the 15. Okay, new listeners, this upper half of the RSI is the bullish control zone. The bottom half is the bearish control zone. The inner workings is the weakness percentile, and the outer workings is the strength percentile, you guys. So 15-minute time frame, yes, we're in complete bull strength percentile, but we don't have a direction bias. So we are actually just suggesting sideways trading, which is very much in accordance with the midterms on Tuesday, you guys. So let's go ahead and look at the 30. The 30-minute is also doing that same sideways nonsense, you guys. However, it is in a slight upside trend, which is very much in accordance with how the price action has been moving, you guys. It hasn't been moving so much to the upside over the last couple days, but it is making its trek to the upside nonetheless. So now the bi-hourly time frame, it's a little hard. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go ahead and make a quick adjustment to that green bull line, and this one right over here. Let's just go ahead and just dim that just a little bit so that we can see. Now you can see the RSI signal line that it is straight across, you guys. We are getting a small hint of the moving average slightly to the upside, but still no direction bias as well, you guys. So now this is the 6-hour time frame, also giving us that same sideways action, you guys. This is very much pensive, and it is, we are just waiting for that presidential announcement, you guys. So that message that President Trump is going to give us is apparently very important. But yes, I do see that we if we fall right into the psychology to where people are expecting the Republicans to come and save the markets, then that would essentially create a large run. I'm talking about to the upside, you guys, and especially with DWAC. So the daily RSI is suggesting a continuation to the upside. However, it is within the shallow areas of the bull strength percentile, you guys, which usually means that we can be gravitated right into bear weakness percentile and continuing this motion of sideways trading, which is very much reminiscent of all of these other prior time frames, you guys. So now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart and see what we have. This is the statistical side of the analysis, you guys. This is very important that I want to touch bases with this again today, you guys, because we do have, in a sense, some type of confirmation or very close to for an upside thrust. Now, new listeners, you're looking at volatility here, represented by this indicator BBWP. Volatility is direction neutral. We pair it with an indicator similar to this one, which is a stochastic momentum or a momentum oscillator, which is similar to an RSI, in order for us to gauge that bias in direction. In my experience, by backtesting the stochastic momentum by itself, I've gotten a result, based on different tickers, of about 75 to 90% accurate for guessing the either the upside or the downside. So it's not perfect, but it's very, very good in results for us to consider within the trade, since volatility is entirely direction neutral, you guys. So the metrics taken for us to gauge these averaged means, you guys, the criteria was the duration of the iteration every single time we have started a contraction phase from the critical expansive levels, which I consider to be above this red line, the 90 percentile. Every single time we've actually gone above that 90%, I've taken iteration based on those metrics that I said, and also the incorrect versus correct iterations in order for us to gauge that entire averaged mean for us to evaluate, you guys. So based on 6 iterations, we have 3 out of 3. We have a 50% split guess to the downside versus the upside. So now for the upside, you're looking at an average thrust of 23.23% over the span of about just over 8 days or 197 hours. And this gives us some pretty interesting targets, you guys. So now let's go ahead and take a look at what I am talking about. What I mean by this as a bullish statement, you guys, is that if you can see here, we are now starting to make that pivot towards the upside, which is one of the criteria that we need in order for us to continue and apply that upside metric. Okay, so now also, if you can see very closely within the BBWP indicator, the volatility component, which is this spectrum line, and the moving average of the BBWP are now starting that contraction phase. We need both of the volatility component and the moving average to be pitched to the downside and below the critical expansion high of 90%, you guys. So we do need them both pitched to the downside beyond this line, alongside the stochastic momentum with an upside pivot, both the signal line and the moving average, you guys. So we need all 4 lines to be essentially facing each other in this fashion right here. Just like this, you guys. We need them both to be doing this number, right? And then we can go ahead and apply the metric that we have from the averaged backtest results of 23.23% to the upside. So let's just go ahead and apply that metric into the price action now, you guys, and let's see what it gives us. So 23.23%, we'll do it from our current position and see what we have. 23 spot 23%. We'll just put it right over here, which is yeah, it's close enough right there. Okay, so and now let's get a Fibonacci retracement, you guys, from the swing high to the swing low. Here it is. So we'll do it from here, and we'll place it right down here. And okay, so this gives us a jump. Actually, hold on just a sec, you guys. I'm actually gonna do it from the last couple days, so that we can get a yeah. Let's do it from. There we go. That bottom candle right there, which would be this. Yeah, this candle right here, you guys. So we're gonna do this swing high to this swing low, and let's see what we get. So okay, so the averaged upside thrust of 23 spot 23% puts us in direct confluence with the 2 spot 618 golden ratio, you guys. That's very curious. So that's very, very, very curious that it would put us there. So you can see the blue line. It's 3091 versus 3098. So within 7 cents of yeah, within just a few cents, man, that's incredible, of the 2 spot 618 golden ratio, you guys. That's pretty accurate, to say the very least. And now if you can see the blue line right over here, you can see that we've used it as a form of resistance all through this right here, you guys. So look at that line touching, look at this wick high of this red candle touching right at it, you guys. This is very, very, very curious. I do appreciate that move, you guys. So it's important for us to be able to trade based on statistical metrics, you guys. They are not certainties, but a lot of the time they end up playing out kind of what they suggested. And I understand that we only have 6 iterations, you guys. Since I am not a financial advisor and all that good stuff, you guys, know that I actually make bigger bets when we do have 80, 90, 100 plus iterations to evaluate, you guys. So, but we do have a massive catalyst coming in on Tuesday, which makes me more curious, you guys. So there are several things indicating that we are moving towards the upside, you guys. So this is a very good thing. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good place for me to leave off the video, you guys. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Discord, on Twitter. I'll make sure to leave the links in the description below for you to consider joining the trading community in Discord, ARCa. Okay, you guys, but with that said, I wish you a good night and a good weekend, and I'll catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios.